Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are studying Module 10, Lesson 1, Day 2. So yesterday we did Day 1 of 10.1. Today we're looking at Day 2. So today we're talking about comparing expressions using models. So yesterday we really discussed how to model algebraic expressions, and today we're going to take what we learned yesterday and apply it to a word problem. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is algebraic expressions, there's a vocabulary word there, are equivalent if they are equal for both values of the variable. So check this out. What does that mean? Well, that I could say that x plus 2 is the same thing as x plus 1 plus 1. That's the same. They are equivalent. So let's make a note about that. See how I just combined the two constants? 1 plus 1 gave me 2. Let's try another one. Let's write some equivalent algebraic expressions for x plus 4. Well, x plus 4, we could break that up and we could say x plus 2 plus 2. That's the same thing as x plus 4. We could also say x plus 3 plus 1. That gives us x plus 4. And we could say x plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That also gives us x plus 4. So these are ways that we can write equivalent algebraic expressions. Today we are going to focus on one main focus problem. So I know this one is long for today, but we are focusing on one problem for our entire notes set for Day 2 of 10.1. So please pause the video and get this written down into your notes, and then you can unpause and we'll work through this together. Okay, so you should have this written down by now. Let's read it. Jack and Jill started the day with the same amount of money. Jack spent $5 on lunch. The key word there is spent. So yesterday we added to our chart that the word spent meant subtraction. It's subtracting from your bank account. So Jack spent $5 on lunch. Jill spent, so we have spent again, $3 on ice cream and $2 on a snack. And here's what we need to do. We need to model and write an algebraic expression for each and find out, did they spend the same amount of money? So let's start with Jack. So I'm going to label my first one up here, Jack, and I'm going to do all of my writing and modeling for Jack here. So first I'm going to start with writing my algebraic expression. And in the problem, they did not tell me how much Jack started with. But they did say that Jack and Jill started with the same amount of money. Okay, but we don't know it yet. So therefore, I have to use a variable x. I don't know how much he started with. Then I'm going to do minus for spent, because he spent money. It's subtracting money from his bank account. He spent $5. So let's go ahead and label, what did we just write down? How did we form this algebraic expression from a word problem? So I'm going to put for the $5 spent on lunch. That's my constant. My operation was my minus, and I knew that because of the word spent. My x is my variable. It's my missing number, and we don't know how much money Jack started with. So I'm just making a dollar sign and putting how many dollars did Jack start with, because I don't know that yet. Now let's create a model for Jack. So we may have to look at our notes for yesterday for how we model an algebraic expression. So I do have subtraction going on here. So to model for subtraction, I am going to go ahead and make my bar, and I need to split this up into 5. And that's going to represent my constant 5. My entire bar represents my starting amount. That's my missing number. I don't know how much. That's how much he had for the day, and he took 5 away, which gave us our constant 5. Now here, we call that part x minus 5. So our algebraic expression is in our model here for the subtraction. Okay, so we've identified that Jack is x minus 5, and we've created a model for Jack. Let's move on to Jill now. So I'm going to label this is where I'm working on Jill's stuff. And I'm going to write her algebraic expression. Okay, going back to my original problem, it says Jill spent. Okay, we still don't know how much she started with, but we do know that Jack and Jill started the day with the same amount of money. So I'm going to use x again. Jill spent $3 on ice cream, so spent tells me minus. And she spent $2 on a snack. So far I have x minus 3 minus 2. Now if I combine my minus 3 and my minus 2, they both have minus signs in front of them. That is equivalent to x minus 5. So let's keep that in mind. Now, how do we model Jill's problem? So we're going to go ahead and draw out her bar. And she took away 3. So this entire 1 represents my x. Now I'm taking away 3. 1, 2, 3. That represents the money that she spent on ice cream. Then she spent $2 on a snack, so I'm going to go 1, 2. $2 she spent on a snack. And the rest here, I have x minus 3 minus 2, my algebraic expression. I keep saying equation, I mean expression. So can we answer the question, are these two equivalent? Yes, because x minus 3 minus 2 is the same thing as x minus 5. So we've compared those two algebraic expressions, and we have identified that, yes, they are equivalent. All right, this has been Module 10, Lesson 1, Day 2. I'll see you back tomorrow for Module 10, Lesson 2.